couvre-feu.
Oh my God. Holy shit. That's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, Pro, je te donne le mien.
Ouais. Bonjour, monsieur. Pardon? Pourquoi? On dit prêt. On peut pas se voir là-dessus?
Hundreds of police vehicles, thousands of police. That's a scene from Montreal where a curfew has been brought back in. A curfew, that's what parents give to children. Maybe it's done to criminals. Maybe you could perhaps imagine to very sick people, though I don't think that fits our civil liberties. But in fact, in Quebec, the curfew applies to adults as well as children, to innocent people, not criminals, and to anyone regardless of their health status. Imagine those who got 2 jabs and a booster thinking that they would be spared from the authoritarian government. In fact, today, Quebec has announced that they're expanding their vaccine passports and changing it. So anyone who has merely 2 jabs will now be considered unclean again, thrown back in with the no jabbers, and they won't be allowed to go anywhere. Not that anyone can go anywhere after 10. That fascinating footage of hundreds or at least dozens in those video images, dozens of Quebecers being rounded up and arrested simply for going out on the streets. That was filmed by our Quebec crew, Alexa Lavoie, Guillaume Roy, and our friend Yankee Pollock. Alexa joins us now. She's back in Quebec City. Alexa, great work, incredible footage. Tell me how it was. You were on the street because we had a special legal form that we filled out. We fought with the Montreal police before, but it looks like they allowed you to do your journalism without arresting you. Is that true, or did the police harass you at all?
So at the beginning, they just pushed me a little bit because they say, go to the sidewalk. And when I was in the sidewalk, they pushed me back in the street. So I was like, where do you want me to stand? Just tell me instead of pushing me. And afterwards, they let us alone, just filming of what is going on. It was the first time I saw the police let us doing our job, our journalist job. I was really surprised of this, but I was happy. The only other interception that I had, it's when I took my footage at the end, where you saw like all the police car was in the parking lots. So I went there to film because I was like, how many vehicle of police is there for only a bunch of people breaking a curfew? That's completely terrible when we see that it's our tax that's pay all this. So I went there to take a footage, and the police came out and come to me and say, if you don't want another ticket, ma'am, go home because we will find you again. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm media. And they say to me, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your leash on your neck. And they let me alone.
Well, the reason I ask that is because I want to make sure our rebel staff are fine, but also because in the past we have been treated very poorly by the Montreal police, including some violence against our colleagues Efron Monsanto, Mocha Bazirgan, and Lincoln J. So I'm glad that they were at least giving you a little bit of space. Now, we're not the story, we're telling the story. If I saw correctly, pretty much every person, man or woman, young and old, who was on the street was rounded up. Now, were they given a ticket? Were they taken to jail? What happened to those people?
So first of all, at the beginning, there were really a lot of people. I would say maybe 50 or 60 people at the metro station Honoré Beaugrand. So they started to walk just before 10 in the street, in the neighborhood. And so the police did surround them, and they were ambush them in the end of some street. So the protesters just turned around and tried to change the itinerary of the march for trying to avoid the police. But at the end, when we came back to the main street, it was like the riot squad was waiting there. I talk about 4 lines of riot squad ready to jump on the protester to give them some fine. So most of them, they receive a first fine, and what they say that if they got a second fine, they will be bring in jail probably. But so far what I saw, nobody has been bring in jail. Probably just one guy who tried to run away from the police, and the police grabbed him on the ground. I don't know for him. I didn't see the end of the interaction, but most of them receive. Now it's an inflation of $8. Now the fine is $1,558.
$1,558.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.